Hello everyone and welcome to my new video. And what is this video about? Well, Live 11 is finally here and I have it. Goodbye Live 10, thanks for all the fish. I just installed it today, and whilst I know that it's kind of been around for a while and I've actually had a beta copy of it for a while, I decided to just take a bit of a back seat on the hype and just let all the cool young people with their hundreds of thousands of subscribers do all the hype stuff, and I'll just sort of sit back and finish my album and you know, just kind of wait for a stable version to come out. At least let's hope it's stable. I'm pretty sure it is. And so, but now it's here. Now the time has come and I've got it open. And so what am I going to do? Well, you see, the thing is, if you've been watching my YouTube channel for some time now, you might have noticed that there are certain types of things that I often like to explore. Stuff to do with probability, stuff to do with velocity switching of all kinds of crazy complicated processes. And that I like to resample stuff and, you know, do things that are maybe a little bit more abstract and unusual in order to come up with interesting ideas for things that you could then take off to use in a piece of music that has meaning and identity. So I would often spend a lot of time hacking through convoluted, slightly obsessive processes in order to come up with generative techniques and aleatoric concepts and making music from random crap, or at least trying to. It's really been like a fairly solid raison d'etre for how I've been keeping up with ideas for content for this channel. And now Live 11's come along and just kind of baked all of these things into the sequencer, effectively making my last 3 years of YouTube content redundant, obsolete, irrelevant, content, useless. What the fuck am I going to do now? What videos am I going to make now? How am I meant to sit and make OCD MIDI effects chains on YouTube now to like 1,000 people? Only for them to reply, oh, it's just random. What am I going to do? I'm screwed. This is why I hate Live 11. Actually, I'm joking. I don't hate Live 11. I'm very, very excited about all of this. And perhaps it's time to move away from those things and explore new ideas. Out with the old, in with the Live 11. So what I'm going to do now in this video is basically make all of my videos from the last 3 years in one video. So get yourself a nice chilled drink and some comfortable pants, because I'm going to make a load of random noise. And then people are going to jump in the comments and go, this isn't how you make music, man. It's not music. Music should be like this. You're not a musician. Okay, whatever. I'm not really too sure where to start. I'm going to get the hybrid reverb in here on a return chain. I've got to put the limiter in there. Put the limiter in there first so we don't blow up the entire universe. And, oh, they've rearranged it. I'm not too sure how I feel about this. It's going to take me a little bit of getting used to. So I'm thinking, I want the vinyl distortion. Where would that be? Maybe that's in the, there it is. It's in the drive and color. Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, all right. All right, let's make a feedback loop. I've got my resample track ready. Let's go. Yeah, here we go. All right, that'll do. Goodbye feedback loop. So some of it's kind of a bit quiet. So actually what I might do is just resample that again with some very, very heavy drum bass like an idiot. Well, now where would that be? Drive and color. Drum bass, there it is. Okay. So I'm going to squash the shit out of this now. Oh my Christ. I could actually maybe put some more effects on. No, I'll save that for later. Right, let's just resample this then. Enjoy. Very loud, isn't it? So, still watching? Right, so what am I going to do? Well, first of all, I'm going to put this in a drum rack on some sort of cell like this, but not in a sampler. Sorry, not in a simpler, in a sampler. And then I'm going to say that I want the velocity. Oh, we've got all this MPE stuff as well. God, there's so much to play with, isn't there? Right. I'm going to say velocity to sample offset. And then I'm going to create a MIDI clip. I'm going to get my pen out. I'm going to draw in some noties. And I'm going to say that I want them to have 50, 25. Oh, it's still quite hard to grab it. 30% chance. Now, I always used to use a velocity plugin set to random in order to do the random velocity switching, but they now have this velocity range. So you can see here that as I adjust this, it's setting a range available velocity-wise around the current setting. So if I put this all the way to 0 and give it a full velocity range, that's basically giving each of these steps a random velocity. At least I think that's what it's doing. And we can find out by looking at what it does, because I've assigned velocity to the sample offset. It's probably going to be quite loud. Let's turn it down a little bit. There we go. So it's jumping around the sound. Okay, so I don't need to use that plugin anymore. Brilliant. So what can we do with that? Well, let's maybe just shape it a little bit. Give it a little bit of shape. Okay, and I'm going to increase the voices and turn the re-trigger off. This is abstract electronica, okay? I'm not making music for your Saturday night drinks party. All right? Deal with it. Right, I'm going to make a kick drum from this sample. Let's get rid of that sample offset on this one, and I just want to, I might turn my push on. I need to find a good part of the sample where I can maybe make a kick drum. So around here, there's like some howling feedbacky bits, and they're all nice sine waves. That'll do nicely. So let's just jump to about here. That'll do. Let's deploy the pitch envelope. There we go. Rich. That's a nice sounding kick drum. Okay. All right. So let's go back to our clip. Let's draw in some kicks. So I think this first one, I want to have a high chance. I'll draw in some ones where I would maybe like some variety, because variety is the spice of life. Did I already just say that? I think I did. Let's not do that one, but this one, let's give them all a little bit of chance, around 25%. Okay, so we're going for a very glitchy, music concrete kind of abstract percussion, polytimbre. I don't know. It's just noise. It's just noise. Why you just make music sound like noise? This isn't music. It's just bloody noise. You're getting your computer to do it all. Well, I don't like it. Don't like it. It's wrong. Right, I need to make a snare now and stop moaning. Okay, nearly a snare. Well, that's good. More of a clap, I suppose. Yeah. Ooh. There was one sound then that just sounded like a very wet fart. I'm such a child. No wonder I'm not married. You know what? I might actually just layer this up and use this as like a kind of ringy part of the snare. Let's do that now. Let's shape this a bit. Yeah. Let's actually redeploy the pitch. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so now let's group that, duplicate that within the cell. And then in the second one, we'll use a noisy part. Yeah, but without the pitch. Okay, let's hit them together. Oh, that's all right. That's fine. Yeah. Okay, so let's draw some snares in, and then I'll do like a couple of. Could actually just copy these up and these ones. But I want the snare on the 1.2 and the 1.4 to be 100% chance. Okay, I might add some pitch modulation to this wacky percussion just to make it even more uncertain. Okay, I'm going to try something else as well. I'm actually going to use the, on this kick drum, I'm going to use the velocity range to affect the amplitude envelope. Let's see if this works. So I've just set the velocity range here on this kick drum to be minus 65%. So I'm guessing that that means that there is a minus 65% range of velocity chance based around whatever value that is. I can't see. Does it say? 35 minus, oh, I don't understand it. Sometimes you just have to do things and not understand them. Some of them in music, you know, in art. Take a chance. Yeah, solo that kick drum. There we go. Yeah, so sometimes they're really long, sometimes they're a bit shorter, and that's the velocity that's doing that. Yeah. Yeah. Maybe I could filter it a bit. Bit too clicky for my taste. Okay, so now that I've made that little kind of weird ambient riff type thing, I'm now going to rewrite my own personal history of YouTube content by basically publicly trashing to the bin one of my videos about how to make sample packs. In fact, there are a few videos, I can't quite remember. So before, what I would do is I would sample, say, 127 bars of this and then slice it to sampler and then crop all of those clips. Whilst it worked and it didn't take that long, it was still quite a convoluted process. But now we have follow actions on the master scenes, which means that we can use those to trigger the recording and stopping of the recording of clips indefinitely. This is the fucking shit. This is going to change everything for you, for me, for sound designers, for people who want to make sample packs. It's just going to save you so much time. There are still a few hacks, but it's worth it. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to record. How many scenes have I got here? All right, 128 is a bit excessive. Let's say that we just want to record 16. Just for the sake of simplicity. And maybe I can fit them all on one window. Yeah, there we go. So basically, first thing you need to do is that the follow actions on the master scene won't happen if there's nothing in the actual scene. So I'm going to duplicate this clip 16 times so that when this scene moves to this one, there'll be something there for it to trigger. Without that, the resampling won't work. Let's just move this over here. In fact, let's turn it off. Okay, turn the clip off. So if I go to the scenes, select them, select all the ones that I want. So I'm holding shift, selecting all the scenes. And then going down here, we've got our scene follow action thing. We need to turn it on. And we say we want to go next. And then we've got how long it lasts. So I'm going to say that I'm going to record 2 bars of each. Well, actually what I'm doing is that I'm telling the follow action to move to the next scene after 2 bars. But the reason why I'm doing that is because I want to record clips of 2 bars in length, because that was a problem in the last workflow that I explored with slicing to sampler, is that you're kind of limited to slicing to 1 bar unless you hack it by doubling the transposition or whatever, which gave me some problems with headroom. I seem to remember people pointing that out, which was very useful. Thank you. So let's do this now. It's so good. So I'm just basically going to record 16 2-bar loops of this random noise jam. Let's do it. That's it. Job done. So there we have 16 2-bar loops. And we could, of course, actually renamed the track, and then all of the clips would have the name and the number, which again was something else that was a hurdle in the previous videos that I did about this. But we now need to turn the follow action on the master scenes off, which we can do down here with this button here, which I believe I think it actually just turns off the follow actions for everything in the set. I'm not sure. Enable follow actions globally. Okay, that's pretty cool. So actually you can have a load of clips with follow actions on, and maybe you temporarily don't want them on. You just want them to keep going. Again, this is something that could be really interesting. You could have like a whole load of clips in there bouncing around, doing all kinds of stuff, and then at any point you could switch them off and it'll just loop what's currently playing. I think this is a step in the right direction. I absolutely love it. I love Live 11. So there we go. That was kind of really all I wanted to talk about. Let's have a listen to our clips now. So there we go. That was a little hello Live 11, goodbye Live 10 video, sampling a random noisy feedback loop, chopping it up into little beats, and then resampling those beats in nicely cropped loops using the follow actions on the master. I'm very, very excited about this. And all that stuff I said about hating Live 11 was clearly clickbait. And so if you fell for the clickbait and you're angry, your feelings are valid. It was wrong of me to do that. It was wrong of me to lure you in with lies. So now I'm going to wrap this project up and put it on my Patreon page. And if you would like to download that, if you have Live 11 and you want to explore this a little bit further, then you can support me on Patreon and download this, plus all the other sets, which will work in Live 11. But obviously, if you are a hardcore follower and you don't have Live 11, if you're on my Patreon and you don't have Live 11 yet, then we're going to have a bit of a clash because I've just deleted Live 10 off this computer. I've got no intentions of going back. I've just finished my album in Live 10. I kind of want to move on now and do new things. So I trashed it and decided to install Live 11. So we might have some problems there, but I will do my best to not do too much Live 11 exclusive content, because I think most people have done it now. I think all the big names have explored all the new stuff. But anyway, thanks as ever for watching and for your support, and I shall see you again very soon. Goodbye, enjoy, have fun, make loads of noise, don't give a